What's going on, everybody? Dylan here, health fitness professional for Cardinal Health at the Mansfield, Massachusetts site. And thank you for joining this week's wellness tip of the week. Now we're going to get a little bit more serious than we have in the previous weeks, because we're going to talk a little bit about managing stress, especially in this pandemic that we're going through right now. I think it's very important to bring it up, especially since we're starting to see a second spike going into winter. So a few things that can kind of help mitigate some of the feelings that you're having. Luckily enough, a lot of individuals at Cardinal Health are able to work from home, but I do know a lot of people who have been laid off, furloughed, things like that, where they're not necessarily certain where their next paycheck is going to come from. So if you are in a comfortable position working from home, reach out to some of your friends, family who are not as lucky as you are, and check in on them, make sure they're doing okay. And I'm going to share you a few bullet points on how you can help manage your stress, as well as share this with people who aren't fortunate. So the first one we have on the list is knowing what you can do if you are sick and concerned about coronavirus. And some things that you can do is just read up as much as possible, know where your local hospitals are, contacting some of your friends and family, make sure they're doing okay. And that kind of leads into the next bullet point is know where and how to get treatment. I know a lot of places are doing free testing as long as you're presenting symptoms. I think I've gotten tested at CVS for free. At least my insurance was able to take care of that. So definitely know where and how. And then going into the next bullet point is always take care of your emotional health. And a lot of this can be done by separating yourself from work at times, knowing when to go out and experience nature, experience, some alone time for yourself, as well as, being safe and hanging out with family and friends. And then going into the next one is try and take a break from listening to the news, especially some of the mainstream outlets. There's a lot of fear mongering going on, and rightfully so. This isn't, just some walk in the park that we're going through right now. But that definitely kind of ties into the previous bullet point. It doesn't do you any good as far as your emotional health. Worrying is not going to help anything. The best thing you can do is take care of yourself mentally and physically. And it kind of ties into the next bullet point, taking care of your body. This isn't just something that we can just graze or fly over. The healthier you are, the less likely you are to catch any kind of diseases, that is viral or bacterial. So the best thing that you can do is strengthen your mind and body. And going into the next bullet point, connecting with others. This can be a very isolating time. We're stuck in our houses a lot. This doesn't necessarily have to be connecting with people physically. We can do something kind of like how we're doing here over the internet, Zoom calls. Just a simple phone call will definitely make someone's day. And then the last thing that I have here is connecting with faith-based organizations. If you're not religious, this can be community-based organizations as well. But just connecting with people who are like-minded and who want to see you succeed is a great way to kind of help manage some of the stress that you're dealing with. But that's about all that I had for you today. Check back in next week and we'll talk a little bit more. I'm not necessarily sure what next week's wellness tip of the week is going to be, but sure it'll be a great one. Thank you guys for joining, and I will see you in the next one.